Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm back with 3 ridiculously simple kitchen gadgets. 2 of them seem kind of useful, 1 of them seems kind of cute, but let's see how they work in today's video. And let's get started over at the kitchen and see an overview of all 3 products. All right, let's look at the 3 contenders here. First up, this is the Flour Power. This supposedly just hooks on the side of a pot or pan and releases steam, and when steam comes out, the flour spins. Next up is the Zip Quicker. This is actually 2 of them for gallon size and quart size bags. It holds them in place so you can pour items in there. Kind of acts as a third hand. And finally, this is the Pan Buddy. This attaches to pans. Not only does it add a more ergonomic handle, but also supports your wrist and prevents your hand from getting hot. First up is the Pan Buddy. Let's take a look at the unboxing and then get started. Let's take a look at the Pan Buddy. They say get a handle for your cookware. I paid 20 bucks for this. That's not much to it. Now the claims are that it adds a vertical handle for leverage, keeps your wrist in a more natural position, also reduces heat transfer. Ideal for people with strength problems or arthritis. People online who liked it, some people said it works as advertised and it's a great gift idea. Those who didn't like it, some people said it's too heavy, while others said it should be longer. All right, so to use the Pan Buddy, all you have to do is stick it over the pot or pan and then tighten this. And then it provides a grip, almost like a joystick. Supports your wrist and allows you to hold it like this instead of like that. I've got a bunch of pans here, so let's see how it works. Starting off with the heaviest pan I own, this is the Hex-Clad. This thing's a monster. It's just heavy anyways. But when you're carrying it, that's kind of uncomfortable on the wrist. Let's see what happens when we add the Pan Buddy. So it just slides on here like this, and then we turn it a few times. And now we can pick it up just like this. Here we go. Let me take this lid off here. Kind of looks like the Starship Enterprise flying around here. It feels pretty solid though. It's not going anywhere. If it's gonna work with the Hex-Clad, it should work with any of them. This is pretty heavy. It does feel pretty comfortable on your wrist too. You can feel that there's some weight being pushed on there. So I think people with arthritis and strength issues would certainly have a benefit from this. Here is the Granite Stone, not as heavy as the Hex-Clad, but a little bit different shaped handle. So the way you do that, just slides over the handle and you can pretty much put it wherever you want. It can kind of go anywhere. Then you just thread this in there. Once again, it feels very solid. It's not going anywhere. And taking it off is pretty simple too. I'm really curious about the Always Pan. They have kind of a big squared handle there. Let's try that one. And it does fit. It does fit. Very nice. So then we just tighten that up, grab onto it, and there we go. Let me walk around this a little bit and see how it works. How about a real world situation? I've got some hot sauce there, and we've got the Pan Buddy in place. Now the handle is pretty warm, but the Pan Buddy is not. So look at this. Very simple, it's pretty easy to carry, so I'm kind of happy with this. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, the Pan Buddy seems to work pretty well. Next up is the Flour Power Steam Releaser. Now this one took me a little bit to get working right. So let's take a look at the unboxing, and then my first round that didn't really go so well. This is the Flour Power Steam Releaser by Ototo. I paid about 10 bucks for this. It's currently an Amazon's choice. Now the claims for this one is they say that it's the ultimate steam releaser. As steam is released, the flour will spin. People on Amazon who like it, they praise it for being cute and clever in addition to being functional and useful. Now not a lot of cons, but some people said the flour didn't spin for them. Let's take a look at the Flour Power now, shall we? Now first up, this is a pot I don't think it will work on. This is a Gotham Steel pasta pot, which is an underrated pot, by the way. This one doesn't really need it because it actually has steam vents anyways, but it's so thick I don't think it really worked, but let's try anyways. So just place it on the edge here, which goes like that. And then, oh, I guess it would work. I guess that would work. Although you don't really need it for this pot because it has steam holes already. But I've got several things over on the stove. Let's try it there and see how it works in a real world situation. Now here's a small pot with some stew boiling in there. Let's try it on the side there. There is some steam coming out. Is the flour gonna move? I see some steam coming next to the flour, but it's not spinning. What if I have to try to reposition it so it'll actually spin? Maybe there isn't enough steam, I don't know. I see some steam coming out, but it's not spinning. Come on, spin. So let's try something that definitely is producing a lot of steam. Let's try some of the spaghetti here. I'm gonna put it on the side, put the lid on and see what we got. I'm gonna try to get this to spin. I'm gonna hang it over the pot. It's still not spinning. I mean, I have steam coming right, oh, here we go. I'm getting to spin. It is spinning. Oh, is it working? Oh, it's working. It's kind of, it started to work there. You can see the steam right next to it, but it's just, it's being stubborn. I mean, it works to release the steam, but it's not spinning. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work to stop it from overflowing? Let's see. I don't think it is. It's not gonna work. Oh man. Not only is it not spinning, but it didn't even stop it from boiling over. I see the steam right here. What if I lean it this way? A little bit. It almost worked and then it stopped again. Oh, now it spins. When I lift it up, it spins, but when I put it back down, it doesn't. So there's moments that it spins and then it stops, and I can see the column of steam right there. I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed. All right, so I was determined to get this one to work right, and I did, although I didn't really do anything different. The only thing different was I put it on a big pot of chili that had been kind of simmering for a while, but I noticed that any kind of draft in the kitchen, whether the AC or walking past it, will affect whether this works or not. I also noticed on the packaging it says the flour will occasionally spin. Now the Amazon listing doesn't say that, but I think occasionally is probably more accurate. It works as a steam releaser, I just wish it spun more often. And finally we have the Zip Quicker bag holder. Let's see how that went. Let's take a look at the Zip Quicker, which I paid 26 bucks for. We got some instructions here, which I will read these over. And a little card about the product itself. On Amazon, they claim that there's no more struggling to fill freezer bags, compatible with all brands. Won't tip over because there's no clips it can fail. Wider pouring area than other bag holders. Comes in 2 sizes, gallon and quart size. Now those on Amazon who liked it, a lot of people said that it worked as a third hand to hold the bag securely while pouring. Not a lot of cons, but some people said their bags didn't fit on there. Now I'm gonna try cheap and expensive storage bags, gallon and quart size. Let's start off with a Ziploc bag. Now the way you're supposed to do this is you're supposed to just put it over one side, and then this bends, so you just pull it towards yourself. Put it over the other side, and it's ready to go. It's pretty simple. I've got some marinade here for some chicken. Let me pour that in there and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well, otherwise I'm gonna be wearing some marinade. All right, very nice, very nice. All right, we'll add some chicken breast here. Now what I like about that is that it didn't get any of the chicken or the marinade on the actual zipper part. So then you just squeeze this together to take it out of there. First test went pretty well. Let's keep going here. I'm gonna try a cheap plastic bag here. Another gallon size. Put it over the one side, squeeze together, and over the other. It's very simple, pretty easy actually, and it provides a nice big opening for you, which I do like. I tried other baggie holders which worked pretty well, but this seems better than those. I'll bring back my pan buddy for this one. I'm gonna go right from the pan in there. No extra hands. Let's see what we got here. Wow, that worked pretty well. Squeeze together to release it and zip it up. So far so good with the Zip Quicker. Let's keep going. Let's try a couple of quart size now. The gallon size went very well. This is very small. Let's see how this works. Same principle, just much smaller. Put one side over, squeeze together. That is pretty small, but it is a pretty wide opening. Let's try pouring some of this stew in there. And it's not spilling. It's not spilling. All right. That would normally be pretty difficult, I think. That was pretty easy. Only use one hand. And zip it up. So far, I'm impressed by the Zip Quicker. It's a very simple design, but very effective. I've got a cheap brand of quart size bags here. Let's see what we got. Push it over the front, pull together, push it over the back. Nice wide. I kind of like how big that opening is. I'm geeking out about it. I just like it. I was going to store some of this extra bone broth in a bag instead, so let's see how that goes. Only one hand. This one's free. I'm not sure what I do with it, but it's free. So, all right, so squeeze together. I think I'm struggling more with the bags than I am with the Zip Quicker. All right, and there we go. Very easy. Well, let's recap all three of these products, shall we? Now, the Pan Buddy, I think, worked on a variety of pans. I do think this would be beneficial to people that have strength issues or arthritis, carpal tunnel maybe. Anybody that's had a hard time holding a heavy pan like this would probably find this to be a little bit easier. Now, the Flour Power works well as a steam releaser, although the flour part is a bit touchy and I wish it spun more often. And as far as the Zip Quicker goes, I have nothing bad to say about this except for maybe the cost. I think 26 bucks is a bit steep for what you get. But on the other hand, it's probably my favorite of the bunch, and it's gonna find a place in my kitchen. I think that it really works quite well. But that's all I've got. If you've tried any of these products, tell us what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. That's going, testing 1, 2, 3. That's going, testing 1, 2, 3. We should be set. And you just thread this in there. That's why I need a third hand. Then you just thread. I need an AI robot to hold my camera for me sometimes. I mean, like an AI tripod.